I need a haircut. Today we're going to go in the other direction that we normally do, because I'm going to go, my house is on the edge of a city called Kitakyushu. Well, technically it's not even in Kitakyushu anyway, but Kitakyushu is closer, and that's the direction I've been going so far. But it's also not too far from the other, actually much bigger, much nicer city called Fukuoka City. And today we're going to go in that direction. We're going to go towards Fukuoka. Between me and Fukuoka is the destination that we're headed off to right now. It's a noodle shop called Echan Udon. And it's actually mostly udon, but they also serve really, really good soba noodles. And I'll get into that in a second. But in any case, on the way to Echan Udon, we'll mostly see nothing but, like, you know, countryside, a lot of rice farms, smaller houses, because from here to Fukuoka, it really isn't much in terms of you know, strip malls or anything like that, which is a good thing, because I hate strip malls. Who actually likes strip malls? Echan Udon is a lovely place to eat, very traditional. This is a place that actually makes its noodles by hand, mixes up all the flour, has its own special. You know what I noticed the other day? I touch my nose a lot. I don't know if that's because there's a lot of monosodium glutamate in my diet or what, or it's the air conditioner or what, but especially when I drive, I'm constantly touching my nose, which is really gross when I watch. So I told myself the other day, you know, the next time you do your vlog, try not to, like, you know, grab your nose so much, because it looks like you're picking it, which I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not picking my nose, but I'm trying not to. Okay, I failed. I grabbed my nose again. Back to the topic at hand, this noodle shop that I like going to. Delicious noodles of both types. Udon, which is the whole wheat white noodles, very fattening. And to me, nowhere near as flavorful, and definitely not just a matter of to me, but like overall, udon is a lot less healthy than soba. Soba is made from buckwheat, which has a lot more nutrition than just plain old, you know, enriched flour. But I find that udon is actually more popular among Japanese people. There's a lot more celebration of traditional udon serving styles and udon recipes. Even the shop that we're going to is actually more famous for its udon than it is for its soba. But an udon shop almost always serves soba right next to it. It's kind of like a pair. They go together. We're also going to check out how I personally like to have my my soba at Echan Udon. Before I get into that, one thing that I want to show you too, and I'm going to be showing a lot more pictures of this, is how you buy. I also find that the air conditioning is finally getting to me, and oh God, I touched my nose again, and it's making me cough a lot in the car. So I noticed that in the last vlog entry. How you purchase the noodles at this place. You go to a little ticket machine. You buy a ticket. First you go to the ticket machine. You put in your money, and then you choose the stuff that you want to get from people. In my case, what we're going to have today is meat, or it's called niku soba, which very inelegantly translates into meat soba, which means basically soba with like stewed bits of pork in it, so basically like little bits of meat in it. And as a topping, I'm going to order some tempura shrimp, which they put on top. And it's served in this great big bowl with a whole bunch of delicious broth. The broth is half of what makes me want to go to this place, and it's a fair distance away. It's like a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes by drive. Anyway, so there's the shrimp and there's the broth, and also I'm going to add a little bit of this condiment called yuzu kosho, which is like this ground citrus. I don't know if it's actually, I should look into it. I don't know if it's actually the actual citrus paste itself from the citrus juice, but somehow boiled down to make like this really thick paste. Sorry. or if it's also the actual the outside, you know, the rind of the citrus itself that actually creates this really, really lovely flavor, citrusy and kind of sharp and kind of peppery, which is why they call it kosho, which is at least to me the same word that's used to say pepper, you know, like salt and pepper. From here to there, it's a good 10-minute drive, so I'm gonna spare you the pain of having to watch me all the way through it. I'll cut you back in when we get there. Okay, see you in a bit. That was a delicious meal. I hope you can get an idea of that from the pictures that I showed you. And I also just want to mention just one more thing about this. This whole idea about going for soba was inspired by my friend Mimi, who gives me the greatest ideas. It's kind of weird how we're always bouncing off each other. Like I inspired her to do this, and she inspires me to do that. And today she takes this picture of her having a meal of soba, posted on Facebook. I see it just as I'm thinking, what am I going to eat for lunch? And I'm thinking, oh, great idea! And here I am, just having finished a wonderful belly-filling meal of soba. Hers, though, she says, was avocado soba, which something I have never heard of, but it sounds quite interesting. Me, I'm just more like the plain old sort of truck driver soba, and that was great. Okay, so thank you very much. Bye bye.